Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 5. I just wanted to give a quick overview of our week, where we're going. Before I jump into the agenda for this week, I just wanted to share a little bit from the Flipgrid responses that you posted this week. I just finished listening to all of them and the responses that you gave to your peers, and it was very helpful. This is not only an activity meant to create community in an online setting, which can be hard to do, but it also helps me as the professor learn about you in a more multidimensional way as well. So in the Flipgrid Discuss post, you were just asked to share a couple things you've learned about yourself as an online learner so far in this class, and then also a tip for success. And I was really impressed with the tips for success that you had to share. First of all, many of you discussed that you've learned that you procrastinate more than you thought, or you learned that you're more organized than you thought. And those are very helpful things to learn about yourself as a learner, whether it's online or in face-to-face. But some of the specific suggestions that you offered were that you should set aside time to, my calendar here. There we go. Many of you suggested that you should set aside time in the week to actually get organized. So it's not just time to do the work, but time to actually sit down, look at the agenda, look at the checklist, actually perhaps even reproduce the checklist in your planner. Carly had a great picture of her planner just filled up with things. Also, many people said that the checklist was super helpful for them. So I hope that you're using that checklist again, that checklist is featured right up here. There were a handful of people that mentioned how important it is also too when setting up and planning for your week, how it's helpful too to plan for some unproductive time or some downtime, just to have some time for your brain to just kind of rest and relax and recharge. Especially those of you that are working full-time, either teaching or in full-time field placements, build in that time. If you don't build it in, sometimes it doesn't happen. So build in that time so that you do have some time to relax and just not have to think about school and work. So those were some really good suggestions. Also, things that you shared were that you're better at technology than you thought. Woohoo! There were a lot of you that said that. Also, a lot of you said that you're really enjoying the cross-disciplinary interaction, getting to interact with teachers outside of your discipline and how that helps you to think differently about your own discipline. Oh, delicious. I couldn't have hoped for a better thing. So that's great that you're getting to interact and think collaboratively with other educators. And then also I just wanted to put a plug in for listening to Katie G's posts. There's this beautiful wind chime playing in the back of her discussion posts, and I really enjoyed that if you want to go back and listen for any reason. So thank you for taking the time to share who you are in the Flipgrid and a little bit of where you stay, whether it's outside, whether it's in your room you study, or whether it's at a coffee shop. Thank you for sharing those bits of you and who you are, because I really believe as a teacher it's good to know fully who our learners are. So I appreciate you bringing those bits or giving us those windows into your life in that way. If there's ever a day where you are just not feeling like you want to be recorded on video and we have our video post due, you can always use a Post-it and cover up the camera if need be. I've had students do that were sick and just did not want to have to worry about being seen. And you can just cover up the camera and then you can just just talk through your voice recording. So that's always an option. All right, getting to our agenda now, I just wanted to point out that I will be entering grades in this area. I've already started entering some grades and I'll be continuing to enter grades there. So do look there and check there to make sure that everything's showing up. So far I've only entered grades for the first week, the first couple sessions. Also, our agenda focus for this week is looking at scaffolding. And scaffolding is an instructional design approach meant to do activities before, during, and after a reading in order to optimize comprehension. We're going to learn about scaffolding as an approach in general this week, and then we're going to go more specifically this week into actually what type of pre-reading activities can best focus readers for what purpose. So that's really our focus for this week. And we will be you will all be actually creating a scaffolded lesson design for a certain reading later in the semester. But this is just kind of introducing it. Then we have there's a video, our mini lectures all about scaffolding. Also our discuss activity and focus and reflect activities that we're doing for this week are also going into that. What are some pre-reading activities that you can do, which is one part of scaffolding. What are some pre-reading activities that you can do to really focus readers? So there is those activities that we'll be doing. Also listed here, you can continue work on your blog post 3. If you click on this link right here, it actually takes you to a list of all the resources that you would need. These are all the resources that were previewed last week, both in the lecture, the mini lecture and the demonstration video, but these are all the tools and resources, online resources that you will need, and you can access those by clicking on this link right here on the agenda. Feel free to email me with any other questions, and have a good day.